Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with day 4. Yes, I had to real quick look. Yes, day 4 of my Spellbinders week. So it's going to be awesome. Today, we are going to focus on the large die of the month. Now, this is absolutely cool. So this is going to be an interactive card. Get ready, because awesome errors that we had to get through. But come on, we always have fun, right? We gotta have fun. But they give great instructions when it comes to putting this together. And this also does coordinate very well with the small die of the month if you get that as well. So that's really cool. So that is, we're going to make a window. So it's pull back the curtain or look behind the curtain. So I thought this was really, really cool. Super different. Now, this is always going to be a landscape card. I'm sure there's a way we could make it a portrait, but thank goodness I didn't try. But I had a lot of fun with this. So these are the dies. So you can see you've got all kinds of different ways to create your curtain. Now, this also coordinates with the clear stamp of the month. And look, it is just absolutely adorable. I do not have this stamp set, but I wanted to show you that if you subscribe to the clear stamp of the month, that is what you're going to get. So these two go very well together. So I dug into my stash for some specialty cardstock, and I found this beautiful, like a gray craft with some silver going through it. I'm going to take the die with the 2 cutouts, and I'm going to place that onto my standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base. Now, that's where my first mistake started. I went too high. You want to make sure that it's even along the top. I, for some reason, put it up higher than what it was. I cut 2 of the components for the mechanism and 2 of the pull tabs. It's the curtain rod, all right, those ends. So you can see, you take this piece and you wrap it around that strip, and then that's your mechanism that's going to go back and forth. Very simple. I'm going to use some of my double-sided tape that I get from their kit, and I'm going to fold that over, and voila. It's very simple. Keep it loose. And again, I'm working on the wrong side of the cardstock after I die cut it with the lines, the cutouts. So I'm on the back side. Okay, there you go. So now I've turned it to the front side. All right. Now, you can see that when I pulled that, and this is where I'm realizing it, that when I pulled out that end for the curtain rod, I wasn't seeing silver anymore. Now, not that you're going to, but I thought I was. But that's okay. So you can just put these on the back. You do not need to put anything on the front. But I needed to, because for some reason it was in my head that, oh, this isn't going to look right. It's just going to be the white end or the silver end, and then I'm going to see this white piece. I didn't, again, I was not thinking this through, but that's okay. We keep going. Grabbed into my fun foam. I've cut a very thin strip, and I place that up top, because you do have to prop the panel up and make sure you leave that space open, the mechanism. So you want to go above it and below it, because now once you put it down onto your card base, you'll be able to continue to push them or pull them and then push them back in place. So here is where I'm like, haha, I need to add my silver to the mechanism. Yeah. I'm still not sure why, because you can see what I'm doing here. Also I'm doing, well, what I'm doing is because I realize I needed it clean. So now that I needed a smooth surface where you were actually looking at it was the back. So I wanted to make sure that, because again, I keep my plates forever, so they're very bumpy. So this is why you do not need to cut 4 of the curtain rods, because you're going to cover it up. Your curtains are going to sit on those mechanisms. And they are completely covered. So don't fret. Just do the one like it says and we're good. The curtain that hangs down covers the entire mechanism. And that is our look behind the curtain. I think it is absolutely precious. I would have liked it to have been down just a little bit more. Again, it was sitting higher on the card than what it should, only because I placed my mechanism a little bit too far up. So I'm going to push it down so that I have it centered onto my card base. So again, you can have so much fun putting something behind that curtain. Now, here's where the fun began as well. There were a couple stamp sets that Spellbinders had sent me in their Zenspirations line. And I don't know if you all remember that, but it was the candy canes, and then also there was ornaments and Christmas sentiments. I just fell in love with them. I absolutely, absolutely love them. So I wanted to pull those out because I figured, okay, I've got my panel. I just need to put a panel behind these curtains. Now, here's what you want to remind yourself. So just replay this video when you go to do this. See how the curtains are open? That is what you want to measure to. Not the entire piece behind the curtain. So what I did was I measured when the curtains were closed, I measured that area underneath the top curtain, and I measured out to the sides. Now, you want to make sure that you open the curtain like it is here, and that's the area you want to design for. Because you're not going to see anything else. You can see you've got like an inch and a quarter on each side of the card. That's just not visible. You can see here that I'm using this whole panel. Now, of course, I forgot to stamp first. So I need to get, because you all know how well and loving I work through one single layer seam cards. I'm just saying. Again, I'm still working through it, still learning. It's a process. So I'm going to stamp my images, and then I'm going to place my masks back down because there's some ink blending that I want to do. I love these images. I really do. I love the playfulness of them. I just love the way they look. I'm actually using the masks to lay down so that I know where I'm going to stamp. And I'm hoping I get a good impression on the first time. I'm just saying. Once I stamp that image, I'm going to place my mask down. Now, the masking paper that I'm using is Desiree K's masking, I think it's Masking Magic. I do like the fact of how thick it is. Very much. That, I honestly, I really do like. What I found, though, and again, this is operator's error. I don't know if my ink was wet, but when I do my ink blending, it seems like the black came off this masking paper and went onto my panel. Because my blue was no longer blue. It picked up. You can see that it's just not blue. And I use tumbled glass, which is the lightest blue, and this is where I'm noticing it. So that's why I'm coming in with some broken china to really darken that up. I stamped my sentiment, Happy Holidays. That's from another stamp set by Spellbinders. And now I'm removing the bow. I mean, the masking paper, it does a great job, but my blue turned very gray, which, hey, I'm okay with it. I know you all are surprised that I didn't put black soot on this. I did not. I left that alone. But here's where I find out, yeah. See, there it is. Because you can't see my sentiment. It's just something that you just can't see. So I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm like, okay. So now we're going to fussy cut this image out. We don't stop. We keep going when we create a card. Again, you don't know what you're going to come up with. It's something that maybe mixed media got me used to that, but because mixed media, you keep adding layer after layer after layer, and you keep pushing everything through, and you get these beautiful things. So you've got to keep doing that with this. Now again, I know that the candy canes, they're off the page and all of that, but this image of these two cross candy canes is actually a perfect size for that window. I pulled out my Altenew alcohol markers. These are, I love, when it comes to alcohol markers, I do like these, and I do feel that these are very comparable to the Copics, except you don't have to mortgage your house. Copics are an investment. Alcohol marker coloring is an investment. The whole card making process is an investment, but it's fun. But if you're looking for something, if you're dead set, look, I am just not going to spend the money on Copics, but you're looking for something very comparable, Altenew markers are right there, right after the Copics, in my opinion, and right after them are the Prismacolors, because they have a wonderful brush nib. Again, that's just my opinion, and that's based off of what I've used. So you can see I've got a big green bow, and I filled in the red stripes. And you can see that fits perfectly right in there. Now, I'm not going to prop this up because I need it to be flat so that the curtains will open and close. So once it's open, our candy cane is right off to the side. But I needed a sentiment. So I grabbed one of the sentiments from the Zenspiration. It's called Christmas Sentiments. Again, if they're still available, I'll link them. I grabbed my heat tool. I'm using my Silver Recollections embossing powder. And I'm going to emboss that sentiment. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. And I am going to use my trimmer and pray that I get it straight. I don't know how people use these guillotine trimmers to make things straight, because I just can't do it. It's just me. Excuse me. I'm going to use my corner chomper, and I'm going to put that across the window, or across the curtains. Yes, you saw me just cut that sentiment. This I can prop up. So I'm going to add my double-sided foam squares, and I'm going to set that right on top of the curtain, so that when it's closed, you are going to see the sentiment put together. And then you'll be able to open the curtains to look behind them, and you'll see the two candy canes. This die is ingenious. Absolutely ingenious. Ta-da! I think it is awesome. So I do, if you get this, enjoy this die. It is a lot of fun. I hope I don't cause too much confusion, but it really is. It's a great interactive card, and it'll be fun to have so many different creations for that. Now, could you picture when you pull the curtains if something like came out and threw confetti at you? That would be awesome. Oh my God, that would be awesome. But as always, please, everything that I used will be linked down below. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Remember, this is day 4. Remember to leave those comments down below. It doesn't have to be a question, because from these 4 videos, because today's the last day of my Spellbinders week, I'm going to gather all the comments together. I'm going to put all the names in a pool, and one lucky winner will get a $25 store credit to Spellbinders. Now remember, it doesn't cover taxes and fees and shipping and all of that fun stuff. So just remember that. But one lucky winner will be able to receive that credit. When does this end? Everyone will have until the... let's see. When do I want to do this? Yes, I'm looking at my calendar. Can you tell? You will have 1 week. So you have until midnight. Well, 11:59 p.m. on the 11th. So you have until 11:59 p.m. on December 11th to leave a comment on any one of these videos. Okay? And then I will announce the winner during the day on the 12th. Sometime during the day. Okay? So, remember, you have until 11:59 on the December 11th to leave a comment on any of the 4 videos, and I wish everyone luck. So please enjoy. Everyone, smile, laugh, stay safe through our journey. But remember what is most important to me. Always, just do it a little bit. Always be creative. Till next time.